Good afternoon, everybody. Phoenix Girl here. Yeah, I know it's been a while. I've been meaning to put up a video for the last couple of days, but I've been so busy and I really hadn't had time to record and sit down until today. So, yeah, oh, jeez. The last couple of days have been pretty rough. So, yeah, like I said in my last video, a whole bunch of celebrities died. Now we can add Bob Newhart to the list. He passed away a couple days ago. I mean, I knew it was coming. Like, he was pretty old to begin with, but it still sucks. But I hope he's reunited with his wife, Jenny, and Suzanne Pleshette and Evan, so there's that. Let's see, yeah, so someone tried to kill Trump. Yeah, so, that was insane. And now, a couple days ago, Joe Biden announced that he was dropping out of the race, and Kamala Harris is basically gonna be the next nominee. I mean, I'm really shocked that... Excuse me. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I mean, I'm really shocked that he dropped out at this point. I really thought he was gonna be in it for the long haul. But he's had a pretty rough several weeks. Like, he had really bad performance at the first debate, and everyone from basically all sides been pressuring him to drop out of the race for like several weeks now. And now he has COVID, and I don't know. I just hope he knows what he's doing, because I'm worried about Kamala Harris being a nominee. I mean, I don't have a problem with a black woman being a potential president of the United States. It's everybody else that I'm worried about. I'm worried about everybody else, because there are a lot of people that are not too thrilled at the thought of a black woman being president of the United States. And now that she's gonna be the official nominee, she basically has a target on her back. Like, the Republicans are basically going for the kill now. Oh lord. I don't know. I'm just worried that if Kamala Harris is not able to beat Trump, then Trump's gonna win, and then he's gonna implement Project 2025 like he's been planning to for like months or even years now. And last our democracy is just gonna fade away and crumble. I mean, Hillary Clinton didn't even stand a chance of beating Trump back in 2016. I mean, what makes anybody think that Kamala Harris even has a chance of hell of beating him? I mean, yeah, she's younger than Hillary Clinton, Trump, and Biden combined. That's true, but... ugh. She's gonna need a lot of people supporting her and rallying behind her if she has any chance of winning at this point. At the end of the day, I want a president that's not gonna take away our rights and freedoms, and it's gonna preserve our democracy. I don't care if that person's black or not. I don't know. I just hope that Kamala Harris has what it takes to beat Trump. I really do. I just hope she has better luck than Hillary did. So yeah. Yeah, so... you know, that's why I've been so depressed for the last week or two, because I'm like terrified of what's gonna happen to me, my family, and potentially thousands of other people if Trump wins, you know. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to survive a Trump regime, you know. I'm disabled and I basically have physical and mental health issues. I'm in no shape to fight a regime. And as much as I want to move out of this country and go someplace else that's better, you know, I don't know if I can afford to do it. Because, you know, basically, I'm living on disability and Social Security right now, and that's pretty much the only thing keeping me afloat at this point. And I got two elderly parents I have to worry about, and you know, if everything goes to shit, you know, what's gonna happen to them? Can I bring them to a brand new country? Am I gonna have to leave them behind? Am I gonna have to potentially leave behind my other relatives? Cause there's a good possibility I may have to leave some people behind. I might not be able to take my cat with me to another country. I may have to leave her behind too, and that breaks my heart because I love her so much, and I don't know who's gonna take care of her if I can't take care of her anymore. If I had to leave behind. And so yeah, I guess I might as well just start talking about Project 2025. So basically it's 900 plus document that was created, that was drafted, formulated by the Heritage Foundation. Actually, what I should do is I'm gonna go on Twitter. I'm gonna try to find a more condensed version, so I can show you guys some of the stuff that is in the agenda and some of the shit that could potentially happen if Trump gets back into power. I think it's time I did that. So, alright, so just give me a minute here. I have to log on Twitter so I can show you guys. So yeah, this is Project 2025. Here you go. Here's a tweet that Mark Hamill posted, and so this is basically the highlights of what Project 2025 contains. So yeah, these are the highlights, and they're all pretty bad. Some might actually be worse than others. So, alright, so let's read what it says. End no-fault divorce, complete ban on abortions without exceptions, ban contraceptives, additional tax breaks for corporations and the 1%, higher taxes for the working class, elimination of unions and worker protections, raise the retirement age, cut Social Security, cut Medicare, and the Affordable Care Act, raise prescription drug prices, eliminate the Department of Education, use public taxpayer money for private religious schools, teach Christian religious beliefs in public schools, and free and discounted school lunch programs, and civil rights and DEI protections in government, ban African American gender studies in all levels in education, ban books and curriculum about slavery, ending climate protections, increase Arctic drilling, deregulate big business and the oil industry, promote and expedite capital punishment, end marriage equality, condemn single mothers while promoting only traditional families, defund the FBI and Homeland Security, use the military to break up domestic protests, mass deportations of immigrants and incarceration in camps, end birthright citizenship, ban Muslims from entering the country, eliminates federal agencies like the FDA, EPA, NOAA, and more, continue to pack the Supreme Court and lower courts with right-wing judges. So, alright, let me focus on some of the items listed here. Alright, so Project 2025 promises to end no-fault divorce. What that means is that if they basically put an end to no-fault divorce, that means that women cannot get a divorce from her husband unless, you know, she's either being abused or he's unfaithful to her. And it's gonna be a lot more difficult, if not impossible, to leave the marriage. And also, we have one of the other points, you know, condemning single mothers, and putting more emphasis on traditional families. What that means is that they're gonna create programs that puts a lot of emphasis in traditional families, and if the mother can't or won't get with the program, what's gonna end up happening is that the government, they're gonna take her kids from her, and they're gonna be put into foster care and perhaps even adopted out. So I actually won't be surprised if they eventually pass some sort of law where if a woman shares a child with her boyfriend or significant other, they have to get married, or CPS is gonna come in and take their kid away. I think we're gonna reach that point very soon, if not in the near future. So, also, they're gonna do a complete ban on abortions without exceptions. So, what's gonna end up happening is that, you know, women, if they get pregnant and, you know, they end up suffering some kind of complication with a pregnancy or whatever, you know, the doctor, because of the current laws that have been passed right now, they really can't do anything to help the mother unless she's literally dying and at death's door. She has to be literally coding and going to septic shock in order for the doctors to basically do anything. And banning contraceptives. If there's no contraceptives, what's gonna end up happening is that, you know, women, they're gonna end up having kids that they may or may not want. And if they can't use birth control and, you know, getting pregnant might end up endangering their life, what's gonna end up happening is that women are gonna start avoiding relationships altogether. They're not gonna want to be in a relationship with a guy because it's just not worth it. They don't want to risk their lives getting pregnant and having that condition potentially kill them. So also raising the retirement age, cutting Social Security and Medicare. So what's gonna happen is that if the elderly and disabled, they lose Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, they're not gonna be able to afford their homes. They're gonna end up living in the street, and because of this recent Supreme Court ruling that cities, they basically have the authority to arrest you for sleeping outside in public, even if there are no available shelters available. So if I lose my Social Security and disability and my Medicare, Medicaid, and also my parents lose their Social Security and Medicare, Medicaid, and the three of us, we end up living the streets, if the city government wants to, they can have all three of us arrested and thrown in prison. And we're gonna end up in prison for God knows how long. And depending on the charges, you know, if I get a felony on my record, I can pretty much kiss my future goodbye. So, and, also raising prescription drug prices. That also means raising the cost of insulin. And my daddy needs insulin to live because he has type 2 diabetes, and if he can't use insulin anymore, then eventually he's gonna get really sick and then eventually die. And also, if they eliminate the Department of Education, what they're gonna do they're gonna use that as a way to defund and eventually dismantle public schools together. So what's gonna end up happening is that they're gonna eventually, you know, start establishing state-sponsored schools that teaches students about the Bible and about Christianity. So they're basically going to be state-sponsored religious schools. And if they're ending like civil rights and DEI protections in government and in public schools, you know, it's going to get to the point where certain students, they might not be able to afford going to school because their parents can't pay the tuition. And they may have to homeschool them if that's even possible. Promote and expedite capital punishment. So one of the big things that's gonna happen here is that like they're gonna basically criminalize the LGBTQ community, including transgender people, and they're basically gonna label them sex predators. And if they get labeled predators and they get charged and convicted of a crime, what's gonna end up happening is that they're gonna be put to death, and they may actually get executed. So yeah, so gay marriage is basically gonna be illegal. They're gonna mass deport immigrants and any other groups they consider undesirables. Also, they want to eliminate the FDA, which deals with drugs and medication and things like that. EPA deals with the environment. The NOAA, which is basically the National Weather Service, which is really bad because if you disband the National Weather Service, what's gonna happen is that if there's like a hurricane or tornado coming or something like that, you won't even know because it's gonna literally come right on you. It's gonna literally show up in a blink of an eye. It's gonna totally destroy the city, destroy your home, kill like God knows how many people. Yeah. Yeah, so this shit, we need to stop this because our democracy is literally hanging on by a thread. We need to stop this because if we don't, then history is gonna repeat itself, except this time it's gonna be 10 times worse. So, we need to get as many eligible people as possible to vote. We need to do everything that we can to save this country. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to talk about this, but things have gotten so dire lately that I don't know, it's gotten to the point where I figured maybe it's time I spoke up and at least try to say something. And if me speaking up about this is gonna make a damn difference in this world, then maybe I'll do all that I can to do my part. At least I hope so anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna try to see if I can record another video later on this week, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, this is Phoenix Girl signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.